Hey guys, recording today from outside at my house. And been some requests have been made to figure out how to keep up some skills, and so in Revit. And one request was how to start building on to a second level. I know primarily what we've been working on is first level or one level buildings, so it's a lot easier than you might think. And as a little practice tutorial, here's what I'm going to do to start off, make it easy. I'm going to go to architectural template and wait for this to open up. I'm going to start building up walls here. So I'm going to do a simple, here we go. Let me zoom in here, make a, I don't know, let's say 30 by 30 structure here. And this is just using generic components for right now. Actually what I'm going to do is take these and modify them to 10 feet. I'm also going to add a few dividing rooms, maybe just divide the space up so you can see what it looks like. Say I have a room built, or a first floor floor plan completed here, so let's see what that looks like from the second floor. So that's all done in level 1. If I go to level 2, you'll see I have the same things here. These walls right here are 10 feet. Okay, these walls right here are still 20 feet, so I actually need to modify those and make those 10-foot walls as well. So I'm going to select these walls and make them 10 feet. And let's take a look here. Level 1. Level 2, here's my level 2. And so now you can see everything is grayed out since I've changed those wall heights. And so this is good for a guide, because a lot of your walls that you have that carry on from the first floor go straight up to the attic, or end up bearing a lot of weight of the roof from the second floor. So some of these walls will still be used later. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to modify this right away, and I'm going to start to build walls directly on top of this. So I'm going to, these walls out here would actually, what I should do, if this is going to be the same plan all the way up to the second floor, what I should do then is take these walls and let me select this and make it 20. Let's say I have a 2-story building that's 20 feet tall. Okay, so what I'm looking at now is this. The exterior walls go up 20 feet. The interior walls are set at 10 feet. And that's pretty much what, any structure, let's say, would look like. But what you need is some dividing features, like a floor and ceiling between the second and first floor. So what I'm going to look at here, level 1, and what helps is changing your elevations. So if I go to open up my east elevation here, you can see now my levels are set at 10-foot increments, which is why I chose the 10-foot height. So 10 feet here, starts at 0 on that one. Let's go back to level 1 and let's do this right. I'm going to build this up really quick here. So I'm going to just use a generic floor and this is just going to be the same floor that's going to cover over the whole thing. So I'm just going to draw the line. It's going into the core of the wall. As you can see, I've stopped in the middle, and then I'm going to say okay and take a look at it, and that looks fine. Let's say I need a ceiling for that level 2, so I'm going to go to level 1, but you know what you should actually be doing this in is the ceiling plan for level 1, and I'm going to go to architecture, ceiling, and I can do it individually, or I can sketch out the ceiling. I just want the same ceiling that goes over the whole thing. I'm going to sketch it out, same thing. I'm going to go to the core of the wall like that, and it is set at 8 foot. I want to change that and make it I'll make it 9 feet, and apply, and click OK, and go to take a look, and now I have this that shows up. That's fine, my walls still show up, but from the first floor. But what I actually have to do is from the second floor is add a floor. Ceiling's good, but ceiling's not really a floor structure. You actually need a floor structure from your second floor. So we'll get into adding a floor here. Just going to be an architectural floor, and I'm going to make it the same, and I'm going to start it in the core of the wall and stretch it out across the whole thing. So offset at 0, it's on level 2, and then I'm going to click OK on that. Go to check out what that looks like, and this shows up still because it's actually at the same level. I'm having regrets about these being set up to 10 feet now. I'm going to go back and change these to 9 foot. That gives us some space. Technically you would have about a foot of space between your first and second floor height there. So there I have a little bit of a gap there. Now you can see the walls no longer show up. So if I go to realistic, this is how I'm looking here. First floor, second floor. Now I don't have any walls in my interior here, but now since I've added a floor, I can't see my walls down below. So what I'm going to do is actually hide this from my second floor view. I'm going to hide that element, and you're going to notice I still have something in the way. So I can go back and look at my ceiling here, and with my ceiling selected, what I have to do is, because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to hide everything that's in your way. So another good way to work is with wireframe. A lot of people like to work in the most highly detailed views, and that's not always the most effective. So with wireframe, now I can see through, on my level 2, I can see through that and see down to my level 1 view, and where those walls are. Because like I said, some of those walls are supporting walls, and so I'm going to add these same walls here. That one's actually off a little bit, but I can go back and adjust that, and modify this one a bit. There we go. And maybe the second floor has separate walls that I only want to show up on the second floor. I'm going to actually modify these walls so that they too are only 9 feet tall. Now this is all customized to however you want to make your building, but now when I go to check it out, here's what I'm left with so far. I've got separate walls on separate floors. Level 1 looks like this, level 2 looks like this. Let's say I want to add another 9-foot wall here. Maybe this is a closet or something. Not really making anything in particular. But so now I have got some different things happening. Which leads to, okay, so now I've got to get from my first floor up to my second floor. How am I going to do that? Well, you can do that after the fact. You can add stairs and then cut holes in the floors and ceilings. So here I go. I'm going to add a stair, and this is just going to be a straight running stair. You can do all sorts of different types. And let's say I do this from here and rise up that way from level 1 to my level 2. Doesn't make much sense because I put it right there against the wall, so I'm going to actually move this whole structure so it makes more sense, so you can actually go around it and up the stairs here. So when I look at it, all I see are the very tips of this right here, which is not really good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut open this the floor in my views here. I'll also have to open up and cut through so you can see how they right now like built into the wall. So I need to be able to walk up that. So let's edit the boundary of this. I'm editing boundary of the floor, so I'm going to go to my second view here, second level view, and I'm going to cut a hole. So this is going down. I'm going to cut a hole at least the size of that, about half the stairs, and click OK. So now I see, okay, I've cut a hole through the floor. Now I need to cut a hole through the ceiling. So I'm going to go to my ceiling plan, choose my ceiling and edit the boundary and do the same thing. I can see where I've cut the hole, so I'm going to copy that so the hole goes through both my ceiling and my floor, and hit check there and go back to my 3D view. Now I can see that now I actually have a hole that I can climb up. This probably actually should be bigger. I can imagine anyone that's tall is going to bump their head on that, so this is not a really good, well thought out plan, but you get the idea how you can cut holes into floors and ceilings by editing the boundary. And I'm being buzzed by a wasp right now, so it's freaking me out because I'm outside. Okay, I think I'm clear. Now, that's pretty much the down and dirty part of creating multi-leveled floors, attaching them with some stairs. I'm going to add in the module as well for stairs. It's not an assignment, but it is one that you would technically normally have to do later, and I'm going to put it on here as a resource because it will go into more detail and depth on stairs and how to customize those as well as the railings that go with them. So here's your quick, easy tutorial on how to do multi-levels and stairs. Check out the module as well. That will be a little bit more helpful and more detail as far as the kind of stairs that you're going to be dealing with later, or you might want to customize in your own plans. So here you are. Good luck. Be safe. Stay healthy.